The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Giants at 11-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will have a Giants first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brand, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Gano's kick is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They'll run it again with Barkley. A nice little juke. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And able to work his way down to the 16. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and goal, Jones. Touchdown! Austin Hooper. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gano the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Bellinger in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try good by Gano. And the rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Second down at 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And Walker once more. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game. And I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. He'll look to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They're going to try and throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass. And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 164 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Left side, he's got Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Finding space at the 40, down the right sideline. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Rashad Penny from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Garibay as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they... And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd and 14. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, and now here's another interception.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with. Translation, Yanni had to buy Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we live.
trust. Link taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom on the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. For that, they gonna know who the name is.